What's happening, guys? Samsung has just launched the new Samsung Galaxy S4 Zoom in India. The phone is an exciting device because it's also a 16 megapixel camera, and what makes it interesting this time around and what makes it better this time compared to the Galaxy camera is the fact that you get this control ring that lets you control a lot of operations on the device, including a basic operation that is of zooming. Not only does it give you added control, it lets you zoom the lens as well. So let's take a look at the device over here. You can see that you have the same sort of design as the Galaxy camera, and the lens protrudes out from the back. But if you look at the front over here, this time around you have a full smartphone. Let's quickly unlock the device. You'll quickly jump into the camera interface and you're given this smooth ring that lets you control settings on the camera as well as lets you control the zooming of the camera as well. So you can zoom in up to 10x optical and zoom out all the way as well. Now you are running a Pega Dual 1.5 GHz dual core chipset, which is a 1.5 GHz chipset, and you also have a Mali 400 GPU. If we come back to the interface, you can see you have a very Samsung TouchWiz user interface. You have your quick launch toggles in the notification panel. Let me quickly jump into settings. You can see you have NFC, S-Beam, nearby devices, screen mirroring, and if you come down, you can see you have motions and gestures. You also have smart screen, and you also have voice control for your device. If we come into about device, you'll see that it's running Android 4.2.2, which is more or less the latest version of Android available nowadays. So it's a fairly new version of Android. You can see you have a standard set of Samsung applications in the applications list. If you look at the widgets, you also have the standard set of Samsung widgets over here. Let me quickly jump back into the camera app. You'll be able to see that the camera app has been customized a lot more. So you have lots of modes over here. If I jump into the expert mode, it lets me switch from a manual, programmed auto, and shutter priority and aperture priority. In full manual mode, I get full control of the aperture and the shutter speed, and it lets me control it with the ring over here. So I can use the ring on the camera, or I can use the manual ring as well. Clicking pictures is much better than it was on the Galaxy camera, and the fact that this device is a full-fledged phone also helps. On the right is the main camera shutter button, the volume rocker, and the power lock and unlock button. On the top is a 3.5mm headphone jack, the secondary microphone, and the infrared blaster for controlling your remotes. On the bottom over here is a thread for a tripod. You also have the micro SD card slot on the side over here. A small little port for lanyard connection is on the side, and you can see the control ring. It's really smooth, it's really buttery, it's almost like the Sony RX1. So really fantastic add-on for a portable camera. The main camera is a 16 megapixel autofocus camera. The camera has a 1x2.33 inch sensor. You have 10x optical zoom, and you have a Samsung lens which has an f-stop all the way from 3.1 up to 5.6. You have a xenon flash, a focus light, and the main speakerphone at the back. You can also pull out this sort of flip cover at the bottom of the device, or in the fat end of the device, and you'll be able to pull out the main battery. You also have the SIM card slot over there, so you can pull out the battery by simply sliding it to the side. The battery inside the device is a 2130 milliamp hour battery. The device has 8GB of inbuilt storage and 1.5GB of RAM. You can add a micro SD card up to 64GB. The front of the device has a 4.3 inch 540 by 960 pixel display, and the overall device weighs 208 grams. The main camera is a 16 megapixel autofocus camera, and you do capture full HD 1080p video. Now, despite all the camera features, the device remains a full-fledged phone, so you can make phone calls, and you do get features like GPS and position tracking, including GLONASS. The device will also come with a standard set of Samsung features, including S-Voice, Dropbox support for 50GB, and all the remaining Samsung TouchWiz user interface features. The Galaxy S4 Zoom is expected to go on sale for a price of about 34,500 rupees when it launches later today.